kind of freshen them up a little bit. Okay, so I think we're pretty good to go, except we're going to clean up right here. And this is another place where your concealer will work out to kind of go back in and make this pretty again. Okay, once your lashes are secured, you can go in with your concealer, touch up any little messes, and then you want to go in and coat the bottom lashes and the top lashes with black mascara just to fuse the false and the natural lash together. And so I usually take her eye, pull it a little bit, look down, and lift up, and wiggle your wand back and forth. It keeps the lashes nice and separated, and it helps to evenly distribute the mascara. And then same thing on the bottom, which we've already done. Okay, the next step is we're actually going to do lips next. We're using the pinks today, so it's a strawberry rose lip liner with a cranberry lipstick and then the sparkle. Lip liner, sometimes this is a little bit tricky, especially on younger kids. What I tend to do is try and like immobilize their lip so that they can't wiggle too much. And you can draw a pretty line. Okay, same thing on the top. Okay, now I'm not so worried about drawing a really fine line. This is really about creating intensity and making sure the lipstick really stays on. So if you noticed, I actually drew kind of a thicker line. You can blend it out from there if you want. I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to take a powder brush, load it up with some powder, and I'm just going to close your mouth so you don't eat it. I'm just going to powder that liner, and that kind of sets it and just helps the lip product stay a little bit longer. Okay, you can apply the lipstick directly out of the tube. The smaller the kids are, I think a lip liner, a lip brush is a better way to go, because if you have little tiny lips, it is really hard to work in a big honkin' lipstick and get a nice application. So I prefer to just use a lip brush and just fill in. Same thing, kind of immobilizing their lips with your thumb. Okay, so a nice heavy application. And then we're going to go in with the Dazzle Glass, right? Isn't that what it's called? Or Diamond Glass. And we're just going to focus on the center, bottom, and top. Okay, and do this, mama. Okay, don't grind. So people tend to do that with their lipstick, and you wind up displacing it all and pushing it to the edges of your lips. So just a little ma is the way to go. And so now we kind of have this balance between an intense eye and intense lip. Now I like to go in and do the blush, because you kind of know how much you need to balance it all out. And I'm going to teach something called the cinnamon bun technique, which we're going towards the center of the face. We're really trying to flush the face and add color. This is really not about contouring. This is about adding color. So we're going to go in nice and tight and then diffuse as it gets further out. This is Baked Apple, which is our blush color, and it is fairly intense stage red color. So I'm going in nice and tight, and then I'm just kind of diffusing it out, and I'm actually pulling it up a little bit towards the temples as I go. Okay, other side. Now just be cautious not to get too intense towards the front of the face, so you create a doll-like intensity. It should still be very well blended. And if you feel like you just have too much or your edges are just not pretty, go in with a powder brush and just soften the edges. Okay, we are almost in the final step here. This is the little powder strokes, which is a glitter powder. And you kind of pump it up and the powder comes through the brush. And we just like to kind of use this to blend and diffuse the powder out further on all of the flat planes of the face and down on the neck. And especially up here as a highlighter. And that is our complete face. Okay, so we have a complete stage face. So just to recap, we have a full foundation, full powder, we've defined the brow, we've used all of the 4 eye colors, concentrating on that outer V, liner, lashes, intense lip and cheek. This is a lot of information, and I realize that I would encourage you to practice several times before you have a performance, so you really get the hang of what it is that you're doing, and hopefully you found something in this video useful to you and you can go back and access it whenever you need it. And you can contact me with any questions that you may have about your makeup through Bataille. Thanks.